I don't remember my life before Aikido. I mean, I have memories, but I don't remember myself how I was then. I've been to Japan. First I attended the EIF Congress from Takasaki. EIF is International Aikido Federation, and in Takasaki City, the lucky town of Takasaki City, took place the 12th EIF Congress. I attended the practices as an Aikidoka. Aikidoka means that I practice Aikido. I'm an Aikidoka, so I attended the practices there. There were 21. And there I met people from all over the world, and we all spoke only one language, Aikido. I will give you a few main details that everybody gives you when you are asked about what is Aikido, and I can only say the general things. Like, okay, it's a Japanese martial art, it's non-competitive, non-Olympic, you don't have competitions, you only have seminars where you gather with other Aikidokas and under the guidance of one master, one sensei, and you practice in order for you to improve your technique and to practice as much as possible, because that's the only way you can evolve. But what I say also to my students or people that want to come to the dojo to try, it's come on the mat, on the tatami, and try it. Until then, we can stay and debate and talk about it, but that's zero. Once you step on the mat, everything changes. And it's not full contact. That is why anybody of any age can practice Aikido and you can start practicing Aikido at any age. Well, kids maybe 4 years, at least 4 years old, and it's very, very good also for all people, or for women, or for children, because we don't have so much physical strength, and you take the attack and you twist it around the attacker. Aikido is my life. A few months ago I was talking to one of my colleagues, which is also a dojo here in Bucharest, and I told him this, Aikido is my life, and he said, wow, that's a very, very tough statement. And I said, yes, but when I think of my life, I don't remember my life before Aikido. I mean, I have memories, but I don't remember myself how I was then. Only that maybe I remember myself as a stranger. Now I'm not a stranger anymore. Well, the Romanian delegation was formed by 16 persons coming from Cluj-Napoca, where is also our national organization headquarters. The name of the organization is Romanian Aikikai Aikido Foundation and is led by Dorin Marchi Sensei 5 Dan. There were also colleagues from Deva and Constanța and from Bucurest, and we all attended, a part of us attended the practices in the morning, and the others were at the meetings, the DC meetings, but in the evening we all gathered at the evening practices on the mat, on the tatami. And from what I heard, 1,500 people from all over the world attended the Congress. In this occasion, Sensei Dorin Marchi was elected by vote to be one of the director committee members in EIF, International Aikido Federation. Yes, very, very good news, because we should talk more about the positive things that happen in Romania or related to our country, because we have access to the great masters of Aikido that visit us at least once a year, and we are, to say so, in the world's elite of Aikido due to the work of our sensei and the other sensei in the country. Well, it was an amazing experience for me as an Aikidoka, because I had the chance to learn from many great Aikido masters in one place. Takasaki Arena was very small, because it's big, but it was very small because there were many people from all the corners of the world. And the fact that I could practice with so many people under the guidance of these great masters, it showed me how much I still have to learn, but it showed me also that it showed me my path. It showed me my path. I mean, I'm okay. I just have to work hard, and I'll be there someday. The Congress had two main parts. One was this with the 21 practices, and the other was the meetings that the director committee had. And we also had some conferences, 3 of them. Two forums that debated the theme of the equality between genders, feminine and masculine, and one was a conference held by Tada Sensei. Tada Sensei was O-Sensei's student, and nowadays he is 87 years old. And also in this conference he talked about O-Sensei, about Aikido, and what I remember that he's very clearly said that Aikido is meditation. So it's how I explain now to myself why I feel so good after I practice, because my mind, it doesn't think of all the problems, of all the issues, as you notice that I was thinking before leaving for Japan. And the other two forums were speaking about it's very difficult to put the equal sign between genders. I mean, we are equal, but we are very different. But what I want to be very clear about, and also my sensei said many times, Dorimaki sensei said very clear that Aikido is for everybody. Old, children, women, men, for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, what age you are, how old you are, and so on. Aikido is for everybody. But in these debates I heard many examples from many countries, how many women there are in those local organizations and so on. Sweden, it's actually very good in this area, because it's almost 50-50%. I mean, they are not quite there, but they are getting close to that, so which is a very big deal. And I also met many women there, and also many men very open to us there at the forum. I also had an example. I got to talk to Fernando. I think he was from Chile, and he got married with a woman that had already 3 children, I think. Yes, she was having 3 children, and while he was having the lesson, during the practice, he was staying with a newborn, a baby, outside the mat, so that she could go on the mat to be able to practice. And I asked him, "Oh my God, Fernando, that's crazy. Why are you doing this?" But inside of me, I knew the answer, but I wanted to hear from him, you know. And he even said something more beautiful than I expected, because everybody deserves to be happy. Yes. After the Congress was over, we come back to Tokyo, and we attended classes in Hombu Dojo. Hombu Dojo is World Aikido headquarters. Due to the fact that it was my first holiday, my real first holiday after I think 6 years. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had some holidays, but it was the first time after many years when I succeeded only to focus on practicing and sightseeing as a tourist. I couldn't think, once I arrived there, I couldn't think of anything else but practicing, and I was I was paying very much attention of everything that was happening around me, because the Japanese people are very different from us. They are more polite, and they truly respect and obey the rules and the laws. I will quote now, I will give you a line from one of my favorite movies. It's called The Last Samurai, many of you know it, starring Tom Cruise and so on. And there the main character says that from everybody is polite, everybody bows. It's exactly the same. I mean, everything there starts with sumimasen, which means excuse me, please, can I, and then you continue the sentence, whatever you want to do or say or ask kindly. Yes, it was a very big surprise for me, because I had to travel to the other end of the world to find peace, and maybe many of you won't believe, but I found myself again. It was very surprising for me. It came like a shock, a big shock, you know, because you don't speak the language. You are in the opposite part of the world than your country, with a totally different weather, very difficult weather due to the humidity. But in the same time, because of the way people act in such a way that they won't disturb you with anything they do, you cannot feel but home. Actually, the Dharma shrine temple was the one that I enjoyed the most, I think, and its gardens uphill behind the shrine temple, very beautiful and very wild, and at the same time very carefully arranged. I don't know exactly how to express what I found there. is the birthplace of Dharma. Actually, it's the symbol of Takasaki city, this doll. And if they say that you take the doll and you make a wish, you write it on the back, and when you make the wish, you color one eye pupil of the doll. And when when the wish becomes reality, you accomplishes, you color also the other eye of the doll. I have one of those dolls with me because I also have I have many wishes, but one is more important than the other, but that's something I will keep for myself.